All right, so we're coming to the charts. We're going to use phase two, cycle one, because that's where everybody comes in at right now. You guys pay $6. $1 goes to the processor. The other five goes to the person that you fall under, not to the company. Last night, I had a bunch of people doing everything from accusing of us trying to get more money from you guys to double charging us for the same position. Okay. What happens is that money comes in, and if you guys look in your back office, you will see the matrix that you fall in, and you will see the matrix that you have below you. If you pay attention, you will see that that $5 does not come to the company. It gets allocated to the person that you fall below. So keep that in mind as we move forward. The company makes its money the exact same way. We do not take money from you other than the percentages that we take for your finance or your fees to withdraw and any transfers that you do. Okay. All of the rest of that money goes to who it belongs to. It does not go to us. It goes to whoever you fall under. So keeping that in mind, we're going to go to the next slide. This is how many people are currently in level one. Now, we have been transparent with you guys from minute one. I don't even say day one. I say from minute one, because you guys don't seem to understand. We have to take all of these positions that are sitting stagnant, that are doing nothing, because of so many people buying extreme amounts of positions. These positions sitting here are because you guys have been working your butts off to push through people who had 5, 10. I found one today that had 20,000 positions. Okay. That's who you guys have been working to push through. They came in, they tried to take advantage of the system. Okay. Now, I'll even say I take partial blame for it, because I opened it up and let them buy as many positions as they wanted, under the assumption that people would realize you don't need 30,000 positions. You don't even really need 2 positions, especially now with phase 2. But these guys have not cycled yet. You guys paid your $6, and we understand that. Okay, now some of these are multiples from the same person, but none of you guys left in this cycle, in this level, are the ones who bought thousands of positions. And we understand that you shouldn't have to pay the price for what other people did. However, right now you are sitting stagnant. You are not making money. You are not moving. You guys, because of that, do not want to bring new people in. And we understand that, and we respect that decision. But what do we do about it? We team up and we come up with a plan. Now we're going to go here. And yeah, you guys can see that. All right. We came up with one option. This is the option we brought out first, which is everybody goes to the global pool. We all pay out. We pay ourselves in, our sponsors pay us in, whatever. And then we get a new sponsor. Okay. A lot of you guys came back and said, hey, whatever it takes, we trust you. You guys have been honest with us for this whole time. Go ahead and make it happen. Okay. We put it out there to get your feedback, to get your input. Some of you guys were not for it, but you were at very minimum respectful about it. Okay. We love that. If you guys go back and look at your comments, I hearted any comment, whether you agreed with it or not, because you were bold enough to say what you thought and give us your opinion. And that's what we were trying to get. Some of you guys, I will just say this, were very much less than cordial. Okay. Some of you were just plain down outright rude. Some of you were just belligerent. And I will say this, a lot of you came out of the woodwork. You guys have not been, and you proved it from the statements that you made. You have not been on any Zoom. You have not been in any chat room. You have not been on the fan page. You have not been anywhere that we offer information. And some of you came back and not only degraded myself and my core team, but you also basically blew out the company itself as though we had came in and robbed you or whatever. Okay. So not focusing on that, we're going to move forward. We brought option number 2. Option number 2 meant way more, I guess you could say, less attitude. Okay. A lot of people said, well, that is a better option and we see why you're doing it. But with option 2, this is what we're doing because most of you, all you were worried about was your money. Okay. And I get that. And we understand that. But part of this whole thing is helping others. And all you guys were worried about was helping yourselves. We know you want to get the money. We understand that. But at some point, enough is enough. Okay. Now, I don't want you guys to think I'm trying to be rude or talk down to you or whatever, but right now it's time for a little tough love. You guys came across, not all of you, but a lot of you came across in a really, really negative way. And we saw, we'll just say we saw the real person. Okay. So we offered this. Step 1, all cycle 1 positions will be given 2 weeks. 2 weeks, guys, to upgrade your cycle from to phase 2. Right from your own back office. I'll explain how that was going to happen. Step 2, during week 2, your cycle 1 position would be listed as free. At that time, this is where you look in your back office and the people you sponsor show up as free and you can piff them in. You would do that for 1 week. That's 2 weeks because during that week, you could still go in and upgrade yourself if you wanted to. At week 3, we would put you in the global pool. Again, your sponsor can come in there and sponsor you if they wanted to, if they can find you. Okay. Why did we do this? Because everybody wanted to keep their sponsors and wanted to keep the people they sponsored because you guys are more worried about the sponsor incentive than you are the people moving forward. And the funniest part was most of the people who were against this were the sponsors who had phase 2 positions already, but didn't become leaders. You can be a sponsor all day, but if you're not a leader and you didn't bring your people into phase 2 when we did the pre-buy-in or since then, those were the people who were complaining the most, not the people in cycle 1. They want out. They're ready to go. Okay. So we give you even another step. But at that point, guys, if your sponsor hasn't done anything for you, then guess what? You don't really want them as your sponsor anyway. Who would you rather have as a sponsor? Somebody who saw fit to come in and say, you know what? I think this person is valuable enough that I can pay at least $6 to pay them forward so they can get into cycle 2 and start making some money. Or the person who bought into phase 2 during our pre-buy-in didn't bring you in and hasn't said anything to you since. Now, some of you guys are not in that scenario, and I understand that, but that is the general scenario that those people are falling into. But on week 3, you fall into the global pool. Now, here's the other issue that everybody wanted to know about. Well, if I go into the global pool, I'm going to lose my position, my space, my number, my next to cycle tag, whatever you want to call it. But for all you guys who are all clued in on the next to cycle, if you go in the global pool and somebody pays it forward, they don't have to pay it forward in any specific order. You may be the first person on there and people just don't like your name. or they're looking for somebody else and they'll pay it forward to someone else before they pay it forward to you. But guess what? Eventually, you will get paid forward and you will get into phase two, and your position will be gone from phase one. However, we can't guarantee when that's going to happen. But guess what? You go into the global pool and you have a chance to get into phase two, cycle one. If you stay in cycle one and wait to get pushed through, it could be months before you get through. You may not get through it all before you just give up and say, you know what, this isn't working. And it's working. And the reason I know it's working is because people are coming to me telling me that they're cycling out of cycle one. Why? Because we're always watching out for our members, and we put in a system, which we'll get to here in a minute, that is allowing positions to go back to cycle one to help push you guys through. So keep that in mind. We're always doing stuff in the background to help you out. But here's what happens in step one. We're going to break it down for you because a lot of you guys don't even know what our system is or what it does or how it does it. Step one, all cycle one positions will be given 2 weeks to upgrade your cycle one to phase two right from your back office. What that means, we are working on it right now. We are making it so that you can buy an upgrade, not a position. So guys, do not run in there and go buy a phase two cycle one position. Do not do it. Wait until I make the announcement. Then you guys will be given instructions on how to upgrade. Because if you go buy one now, what's going to happen is you'll have a phase two position. That'll be wonderful. It'll definitely cycle and you'll make money. But you'll still have your cycle one position. And unless you want to forfeit it and tell the company I don't want it anymore, which obviously isn't the case because everybody's complaining that they already paid for this position and they're not getting anything. Wait until we tell you. You'll be able to go in your back office, upgrade your cycle one position to a phase two cycle one position. And now that moves out of cycle one, eliminating your cycle one position. And that's one more position gone from that 131,000 people. When you do that, you don't have to worry about changing sponsors because you keep your sponsor, and you don't have to worry about going in the global pool because you did it. For all you guys that were complaining to me last night and early this morning about having to pay $6 to go into the global pool, I'm going to remind you here, you would have had to pay $6 anyway because it comes out of your abundance, your back office. You pay $1 to the processor and $5 here. For all of you that came back to me and said, but that's money that would have been paid out of from somebody else paying you. Okay. I know everybody on this Zoom call knows the phrase, God bless a child that has its own. If you're looking to build some kind of wealth, it's hard to do it off of a handout. But we're asking you to spend 12 total dollars to have the potential to make $80,000 plus. If I walked up to you on the street, handed you $86,000 and said, give me 12, there's not one of you in this room that wouldn't do it. Okay, but yet every single person that came against us had a problem with paying $12. Okay, so keep that in mind. You were going to pay it anyway. We're just making it so that you can do it and get out of cycle one as quickly as possible. All you guys that are in phase two already, you should be all for it too, because guess what? You're going to cycle faster. Now, I don't know about you, but what would you rather do? let's say, and Sarah and I spoke about this earlier this morning or this afternoon, evening, whatever it was. If you were to sit here and cycle through and put all the positions back into cycle one to help them push all the way out, it could cost you over $700 multiple times. But if you had 50 positions and you paid for them all to come into cycle two, first of all, you're going to cycle multiple times. You're going to spend $600 and cycle multiple times. So almost instantly, you get your money back. But if you push everybody through like you guys were recommending, this is why we were kind of concerned when you guys say this, because it tells me you guys are not thinking this all the way through, which is our job as leadership to think it all the way through. But if you do it the way you guys want to do it, you would be losing over $700 multiple times before you even cycle through half of the phase two. Okay. So even if you only did it twice, you had to push so many people through, spend over $700, a total of $1,400. What would you rather do? Lose $1,400 that you're not going to get back, or for more people, you could pay it forward to 50 people for $600 that now they are all your sponsored members, but just from you cycling, you make back way more than you spent almost immediately. Keep that in mind, because guess what? It's the owners and the core team's job to think about these things, even when you guys don't. So that's what would happen in step one. Step two, during the week of your cycle one position will be listed as free. That goes in your sponsor's back office. Okay, they will be able to go back under stats, look under downline, see that you're free, and pay it forward and get you started in phase two. You also have the ability to go in your back office for yet another week and basically pay for your phase two cycle one position. That will upgrade you. It will eliminate your cycle one. And as soon as we do this multiple times, after we put you in the global pool, if it gets to that point, if your sponsor doesn't help you, then you go to the pool, you get a new sponsor. More than likely, it's going to be somebody who will help you. But if that happens, and multiple times we can get people to pay it forward or you to get a position to upgrade, that will be the end of phase one. Okay. Phase one will disappear. Now, what's going to happen if phase one disappears? I'm going to show you. If phase one disappears, all of these lines that are currently going back to level cycle 1 through 5 are all going back to phase 1. All these green lines, we have switched. Instead of phase 2 cycle 1, this is why you guys are cycling out of cycle 1 now, because we sent these instead of back to phase 2, we sent them back to phase 1 to help you guys move. Now, once we start clearing more people through here, 120 tickets will go back to phase 1. That'll help those people who can't afford to pay for new positions. It'll push them into phase 2. Okay. It will also, once phase 1 closes, all of these, including the orange lines, will always go back to cycle 1 in phase 2. So for all of you people out there who are saying, oh, this is going to get too big, we'll never cycle, it'll stall. It is not going to stall, because what's going to happen is every single one of these lines you see here is going back to cycle 1. And what we're doing, if for all those who have not been on a Zoom, who have not been in the Telegram chat, who have not been on the Facebook page, you don't even know about this. But when you come out of cycle 1, we replace you at the back of cycle 1 and help push everybody through. Same thing here. It goes back to cycle 1. All of these lines go back to cycle 1. Currently, we have them going back to cycle 1 in phase 1. Once cycle 1, phase 1 is closed, they will all stay on what you see here. The momentum will get furious, okay? So yes, it will be the IO5 Fast and Furious movie. We will have the next sequel, and people will be coming to see us go faster and faster, okay? Then you will have no choice but to talk about it. You will have no choice but to see that it works and understand we have a slowdown. I get it. But guess what? Everybody has issues. We are 4 months old. Actually, today's the 21st, 22nd. In 2 days, we will be 4 months old. Guys, we have accomplished more in 4 months than most companies have. We have been more transparent with you than many other companies ever will be. But here's what we're going to do. Questions that we've had raised, okay? Yes, this was me last night when everybody was asking questions. I'm not even going to lie to you, okay? Get my camera to work. I was just like, I cannot believe that I'm answering questions at 4:30 in the morning. That's all I'm going to say. Now, some of those questions were, why do I have to pay again? Okay, we talked about that earlier. When you come in, for all of you guys who do not understand the situation and the system, when you come in, the person you fall under is who gets that money allocated to them. Yes, it's only 5, holds the physical currency. But the minute it comes in, it automatically says who it's allocated to. So it goes into your back office and says, hey, Elton just joined under you. Here's your $5. So we cannot touch that money, okay? All the certifications and everything that we have to go by do not allow us to touch that money. I don't know about you guys, but I don't think anybody on this Zoom wants to do prison time, okay? Because that guy in that image would be leaning up against that wall in a little bit different manner. And nobody wants that, including me. So what we're trying to do is keep everything above board. We've been transparent with you. We've shown you how much we paid out. We've shown you how many people are in each level. Hell, we even gave you one of your worst downfalls. We gave you the next to cycle page. And you guys are killing yourself with those because you're so worried about who's going to cycle and when. If you guys would just get busy, you wouldn't even have time to open the next to cycle page before somebody cycled. Okay, now cycle 2 is cycling. It is working. A lot of you guys refuse to put the little stickers up that I gave you or come into the chat or Facebook and say, hey, I cycled, because I don't think you want anybody to believe in it. But guess what, guys? If you go tell people, we'll move faster. We'll get more people in and we'll make things happen. So why do you have to pay again? Because the money didn't come to us. We didn't even get the dollar. We got nothing because you haven't cycled out. You haven't requested a payment. We get paid when our people cycle, just like you. We get paid when you withdraw. We take our 5%. We get 1% when you e-wallet transfer your money. Okay, so that's how we get paid. So for you guys worried about, oh, I got to pay $5 again or $6 again, it doesn't come to us. The company isn't profiting off of that. Will I lose my sponsor? I just showed you. If you do it correctly and your sponsor is there to be an actual sponsor, no, you will not lose your sponsor. But if you can't pay and they can't pay, you will go to the global pool and you will lose your sponsor. And I'm going to tell you this, maybe this will be painful or maybe it'll be incentive for sponsors to do their job and be leaders. If you go to the global pool, your sponsor for your whole account will change, not just one position. So if you want to keep your people, I suggest you either pay it forward or get them to buy their position and upgrade their cycle one. Okay. The reason this has to be this way is because in order for me to put them into the global pool, they have to be free. That's why we give you a week to pay it forward and PIF them from your back office. After that, and I'm not saying everybody's bad if they can't pay it forward, but if you can't pay it forward, then let somebody else do it so that your person that you're sponsoring doesn't miss out. We've got to think about more than ourselves. We have to think about the overall good of the entire membership. So, what if I go to the global pool and do not get picked? There's pretty much no chance that you're not going to get picked. How long it takes, that nobody can answer. Okay. But I will tell you this. If people that are paying it forward see some of the comments that you guys are leaving, they're not going to piff you at all because they'll see why you're here. They see why there's a lot of people who are ungrateful for a lot of the things that have been done for them. But these people will see these comments. I've already had people come back to me and say, man, if she goes in the global pool or if he goes in the global pool, I'm not sponsoring them because if they give me that attitude, we'll just say they're going to smack the so-and-so out of them is what I was told. Okay. Because people who are willing to pay it forward don't want the drama. We don't want the drama that is, oh, pay it forward for me and then I do nothing and you do all the work. Nobody wants to hear that. So remember those things. Everything you do, every action you take, remember they tell you it has an equal and opposite reaction. So if you give out negativity, you're going to get it back. And that could mean if you go to the global pool, you might be the last one sitting there. Like when you get chosen to play basketball and you're only 5'2" and you can't dribble a ball. And they're like, yeah, I'm not picking him. And you're the last one to pick. They may play without you. You may sit in the global pool. I'm not saying that's what's going to happen, but there's a chance that it could. So let's just work together. Also, what we're going to do is once you get in the global pool, we have people who have already reached out to me today, and thank you to those who have done it, and said that if somebody falls in the global pool and our global pool has not been emptied within the first 30 days, we will go in and split how many people are left, and we will pay it forward for all of them so that the pool will be empty at the 30th day. So that might be something. I'm not going to have you bet on that. I'm not saying these people are lying or that they won't do it, but life happens. Okay. Somebody may say they're doing it, and then the day they're supposed to do it, their house burns down or something and they can't do anything. Okay. So it's not that I'm thinking they won't keep their word, but we know things happen and things change. Is the company making money on this deal? Let me just put it to you this way. I am now paying somebody to recode the website so that you guys, I already did that, so that you guys could use your repurchase money and e-wallet transfer it. So that was paid for today. Tomorrow I will be paying for the ability for you guys to upgrade to cycle 1 in phase 2. So it's an upgrade, not just buying a position. And then we have to recode that. So that might take a day or two, especially since my developer doesn't work on the weekends and absolutely will not work on Saturday because of his faith. But then we're also putting in, I'm not going to tell you that part, but we'll just say there's a huge change coming to your back office, a huge change. I know Vivian has already seen part of it. Sarah obviously knows all about it, but guys, this change is going to be awesome. And we're talking probably before Christmas. Okay. So we're paying for that. We're paying for all the stuff that we have to do. And guess what? If we don't pay it forward to the thousands of people that we've picked, guess what? We lose the sponsorship just like you do. Okay? We make our money the same way you do. You guys have to get that in your brain. So when we're doing something that you do not like, remember, we may not like it either, but we do what's best for the whole group, not just for ourselves. And right now, with the number of people that we have to pay it forward, I kind of feel as though I don't want to hear anybody complain, because the amount of money that we will have to spend to keep those people as our sponsor is way higher. And I can say this because I know what you guys have sponsored in your back office. It's way higher than what you're going to have to pay. So just keep that in mind and understand, we know what you're going through. We understand it. We're doing it too. Can we get our money back for our position and then buy into phase two? This was a very common question. And again, it goes right back to it. Who are you getting your money from? Because the person you paid it to has already cycled and maybe one of those people who bought 5,000 positions and has already made the money that we paid that you gave to them when you joined, when you fell in their matrix. But let's do a really quick math problem, and I'll keep it simple because I hate math. If you put in $6 and $1 went to Stripe, we all know that we use Stripe to pay our fees, okay? $1 goes to Stripe. That leaves $5 left. You're telling me to give you money back or have that person give you money back or whatever. So I now have to give you $6, which means overall, right from the get-go, I've lost a minimum of $2. But if I kept your money that you paid, like most of you think we do, if I kept the $5 that was left over and I go in and I pay for your position, I have to pay back $6 to give you a new position. So I've lost money again. So the answer is no, we cannot refund you your money. We had that made very clear when you joined, because the money doesn't come to us. It goes to the person you fell under. Always keep that in mind. It is not, it's only 5 that is taking your money. Now, this is the questions we have for you. Like I said, this is tough love day, guys. Why do you think we wouldn't be honest? We have been 1,000,000,000% transparent with you guys since day one. So much so that we have other companies telling us we're crazy because you guys don't need to know the information that we share with you. Do you know we're losing money as well? I just went over that. We're not going to beat that with a dead, like a dead horse, but we're losing money probably more than you are individually. And that's not to compare or say that you guys are less than we are or whatever. We've got more vested in, so we're losing more by doing what we're suggesting to do. All right. Again, do you know that we make money the same way you do? Obviously, you guys didn't, because the comments we were seeing yesterday about us stealing your money and us, getting paid twice and all that. Guys, unless you fall under the company position, my position, or Sarah's position, we don't make anything off of you. Always keep that in mind. What you guys also don't know is when you got this beautiful new website, we didn't come to you and say, hey, let's all pitch in so we can get a nicer website. Nope. Sarah and I took that out of our pocket because we wanted you to have the best website, easy to navigate, and all of the above. Do you remember all the times we did something to make it better? When you guys wanted next to cycle, we did it. But guess what? We had to pay for that. We had to pay for 2 hours of developer time, $225 an hour. You guys see on our website, on the About page, Jake, if anybody needs to ask him, he will tell you. We're getting a deal because I'm a veteran. He's charging me $225 an hour. So next time somebody complains about paying $6, think about that. We brought you a website. This website hasn't made us any profit. We could have left it the way it was and it would have worked just like it is now. Okay. All of the things that are in the website, all of the deals that we work, we put those together. And this is, again, not to try to shove that we spend money down your throat. It's to show you, you forget the things that we do so that you guys can have an easy, nice website. Okay. Every single one of you outside of the getting locked out because your password was new, every single person said the website is great. The website is nice. It's so much easier to navigate, all that stuff. But notice when the website came up, there was nothing on there that generated a profit for us. Yes, we put in the shopping thing. And yes, we had the commission from when you shop on our portals. But if you don't shop on our portals, we gave you the website. That doesn't mean you have to go to our portals and shop. That doesn't require you to go to our travel and spend any money. So we put that website up and you may never use not one benefit because you're just here for the money. So just remember, when you guys start getting all negative and you see that we come back with the same type of attitude, you'll understand more now why that happens. Because this is like our child and you come in and you start talking about our kids and putting our kids down. Okay. I'll tell you right now, anybody who knows me, you talk about my kids and it's a whole new world for you. And we're not talking about Mulan or all the Disney movies. This is a whole world you don't want to be in. Okay. So just keep that in mind, guys. This is not to rub it in your face. This is literally to show you guys what we're about and what we're doing. So what happens now? Like I said, we're recoded the site so that you can do your repurchase deposits in e-wallet transfers. So guess what, guys? Maybe your leader is going to say, hey, if you can't pay it forward, you can't upgrade. And yes, maybe we'll have one more form. Maybe we'll have you fill out a form and say, my username is, I can't afford to pay it forward. And can somebody do that? And we'll put you in we'll call it like a volunteer status. And the people who had money in their back office, who see the vision, maybe they can come to us and say, hey, who put in a form today? Can I get one? And all we got to do is give them your username and then check the form off as done. Now you get paid forward into phase 2, cycle 1. Everybody's happy and we move forward, except support is going to be way upset with me because they're going to get all kind of people coming to the chat support going, how do I get PIFed? And they're going to have to say, go to the form. So there that is. Okay, we are presently coding the site to allow you to upgrade. Remember, do not purchase in your back office. Wait till we show you how to do it, because guess what? If you buy a position now and you come to support and say, I did this, they're going to tell you, well, thanks for purchasing a phase 2 cycle 1 position. Now go upgrade your cycle 1 position to a phase 2 cycle 1. That's all they're going to be able to do for you. Once people start going into phase 2, we will implement the different steps that we just talked about earlier. So don't worry, you guys have time. If you don't have the money, guess what? Don't buy the Starbucks that morning. Don't go to McDonald's for lunch for one day. Save your $6 to move at least one position forward, guys. If you get into cycle 2, you will understand. The people who are there now already see momentum. And all you have to do is, for that last person who just came in, guys, if you just saw that, make sure somebody approaches him and says, thank you for getting in, since you were supposedly removed from our Zoom. So guys, we'll move forward and we'll make this happen. And literally, once we're all out of cycle 1, it's a wrap. Okay. If you can upgrade, okay, soon as we allow you to upgrade, please upgrade. Help anyone you can upgrade before they reach the global pool. Guys, if you go in the Telegram, go on the Facebook page and say, hey, look, I'm looking to pay it forward for 3 people, 1 person, however many you feel comfortable with. Remember, if you send them $6 as an e-wallet transfer, that does not mean they're going to go buy a position with it. Okay? Just be aware of the scam artists who are going to try to get $6 from 100 people. Okay? So if you do that and you pay it forward, please do it without worrying about whose sponsor they're going to be under. Just help the people out. So stay plugged in. Get in the Zoom calls. Get in the Telegram. Get on the Facebook page. Go to the events section. I will be putting the date we're going to do this in there before we actually get moving, so you guys will have notice. All right? And do not come in anywhere, Telegram, Facebook, Zooms, whatever, with your negative comments after not engaging in any of our chats, after not being on the Facebook, and after not being on any other Zoom. Do not come in there. I swear to you guys, you worry about one position right now, we will lock you down for quite a while. We're not going to kick you out, but we are going to lock you out of the Telegram, out of the Facebook. You can come to the site. We can change your password, whatever. Okay? Because we are not tolerating negativity and half-assed comments from people who don't know what's going on. And I'm not going to mention any names because there was quite a few of them on the comments last night. Just remember that. I warned you guys that phase 2 was all about rules, organization, and just plain outright movement. And we cannot move when all you're doing is coming in and starting negative mess. So every company has to grow. We're growing right now, and it's actually a good thing that we're going through these bumps and these bruises. It shows you guys that we are actually doing what's right. We're showing you our, we're bearing out all of our dirty laundry so that you guys can see it, and letting you know we're even taking some of the fault for those people who were saying, hey, spend 50% of every dollar you make on buying new positions. And then their people even went further and were buying thousands of positions at a time. Okay. We get it. We couldn't control that, but we could if we would have locked them out, and we didn't. So it is partially my fault, and I'll take the blame for that, but that's why we're fixing it. And that's why I'm the one sitting here doing the Zoom for you, telling you what's going on. So make sure you get to the site, because guys, guess what? As you get on the site, we will do a lot of important announcements right at the top of the page. You guys will see it. Right now, we've got some new stuff. Not since our last Zoom, but on the last Zoom, we showed some new stuff in our merchandise. And we've got a few more places in the shopping. And we are also going to be allowing our members here shortly to advertise your businesses through our site. We'll give you all the details here soon, but we are not doing it yet. Keep that in mind. So with that said, it is 9:52, and here's what's going to happen. I'm going to stop sharing my screen, and we're going to give exactly, we'll just say it's 9:50. So at 10:05, we are not taking any more questions. Put your hand up. I do not interrupt. If somebody interrupts, our staff already has permission to remove you. Okay, we're not going to kick you out. We're just going to put you in the waiting room. Okay, so you guys got exactly 15 minutes. And at that point, the room will start to be empty. Okay, because I'm going to bed as soon as we get out of here. That's all I'm saying. All right, Erica, go ahead and unmute.
Oh, that was quick. Okay, my question is, will there ever be a time when we're able to maybe link our referral link to the main site so people can actually see the main site through our referral link? And when they click on join, they can join from the main site and be under our referral link instead of the shop link.
Yep. Are you were you here when I talked about the upgrade that I wasn't going to talk about that will be here before Christmas?
I'm pretty sure I wasn't, and I meant to say I missed the last couple of Zooms. So if you did talk about it, I'm sorry, I missed it.
Erica missed the last couple of Zooms.
I'm sorry. I've been in Telegram, but I haven't seen it. So, but I've been everywhere else.
Well, no, we haven't talked about it before, so you're not missing it. We just brought it in today. Okay. We do have a new thing coming to the website that will allow you to utilize a link to go straight through to the website. Okay, that way they don't go to your shop forward and then you got to go over to the other site and actually log in. It'll all be integrated together. You will still have 2 logins just for security purposes, but they will come to the main site.
Okay, cool. One more question. I'm done.
Yep.
With people who have both phase 1 and phase 2 positions already, their phase 1 position, if we don't pay it forward, they don't get the global pool or whatever, it won't affect their current phase 2 position, will it?
No, that position in phase 2 is fine. It is exactly where it needs to be, and nothing will affect that unless you let your first position go to the global pool. Then that one, the only effect that it'll have is you'll get a new sponsor.
Even for the current phase 2 position?
Yes, indeed.
Oh, okay. I didn't know that part. Okay. Okay, that's it.
All right, thank you. All right, go ahead, Evelyn's iPhone. Oh, how'd I click on Rhonda? I'll get to you next, Rhonda.
Hi.
Hello, Evelyn.
Hello. I just paid in today, and so I'm really behind on all this, but I cannot log into the main page. The only way I can
Okay. Let me stop you. Because everybody's gonna get mad because you're asking the support team question. However, first, before I even say that, welcome. Thanks for joining. And all of this that you've heard tonight doesn't even apply to you. So just make sure you're on the Monday call next week so that you can see how our company works, how you get paid, all our benefits and all that. Okay.
Okay.
Now, as far as that question goes, here's what I need you to do. I need you to come onto the website on more than likely Monday, right, Sarah?
Yeah.
Okay. You can go on there today, and what I need you to provide, you just said you can't log in.
Right. Like I go through the welcome letter link, the link that they have on the letter, and
Yep.
it takes me to the members area, and that's where
Right.
I pay and everything.
Mhm.
But when I try to log into I go to log in, it won't let me log in. It says my ID and my password's wrong, but it's not. It's what the welcome letter says.
Okay.
Right.
Go ahead, Sarah. I know this is what you do every day.
That's okay. So that's an easy fix for the black and green site. You just use your email address to log in, not your username, and your password. You actually have to set that. So you'll go to forgot password, put in your email address that you use on your It's Only 5 account. And then it'll send you an email and you'll reset it and you'll be fine.
Oh, okay. Okay.
It's a little confusing, like when you're new, but yeah, just use your email and do the forgot password link. That only changes the password for the black and green. So that back office that you're in is going to stay what you're using now.
Okay. Well, I tried the chat and I sent a message through the thing and I never got anything back.
We close at noon. So that's probably why you didn't get anything back Eastern time. But if you try that and it doesn't work, you can go to chat tomorrow. And then we'll get to you when we log back on Monday with the instructions in writing so that you can see them better.
Okay. All right. I'm really excited about this whole thing.
Well, we're glad
We're excited to have you.
I mean, I think it's a very workable program. I'm just excited. I just was disappointed I couldn't log in.
We'll get you logging in. Trust me, you'll become a pro in no time.
Okay.
All right. Thanks again for joining, though.
Thank you.
Yeah. Now I got to get Rhonda to unmute herself because she's itching to ask questions. I already see it. You got to unmute.
Okay, can you hear me?
Yep, sure can.
Okay. Hello, how y'all doing?
Good.
Good. What I want to know is what we're gonna do about our grandchildren's account when we set up a few of them. Do I have to go and pay for all those accounts that I set up?
Any account, you're going to want to upgrade it, especially if you, but remember this, even if they get a new sponsor, you can log into their back office, correct?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you will still keep control of that position. They may go under another sponsor if you let that happen, but if they do, you still control, you still go in there. You just won't be the sponsor of it because I'm assuming they fall under your position.
Yes, sir. Yeah.
Okay.
But what I'm saying, if I have money, so what? I just upgrade everybody.
Yep, you upgrade anyone that you want to upgrade that you control, you can upgrade.
Okay, so I'm gonna have to do it individually though, right? When the thing comes up.
Yes.
Okay, and what about my phase 2 account again? Those are okay?
Yeah, your phase two will stay where it is. It's fine. Unless you have a phase 1 cycle 1 and somebody gets it in the global pool, which it sounds like you're not going to let that happen.
No, I have 2 positions in cycle 1. That's all.
Right, you'll be fine.
And then I have the grandchildren too, a couple of them. But then I had pimped some people, a couple of single women.
Yeah,
I pimped them, so I'm gonna have to repay them too, re-upgrade them. Is that what you're saying?
Yes, if they can't do it themselves. Remember, if they have money in their back office or if they can fund their account, then let them do so. If they can't and you don't want to lose them as someone you sponsor, then go ahead and upgrade.
Okay. I guess I understand. Well, when will we be upgrading? Is it next week?
Well, we'll announce it and give you some time ahead of time. I believe next week I'll be able to have it done. I'm not going to start those steps that you saw for probably about a week, maybe 2. So we give everybody time to get prepared for it. but
Okay.
I will announce when you can go in your back office and upgrade.
Okay.
All
Okay.
right.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Okay. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Elton, before you go to the next person, I had a question in chat earlier that I wasn't really sure if I could answer, so I wanted to get it since they did ask it earlier. Will they have to upgrade, like, say they have like 10 positions, will they have to upgrade each one individually, or will they be able to, like, if they want to mass upgrade all 10, will they be able to do that or all individual?
They'll have to do them individually.
Okay.
So, unless I can finish now, guys, don't hold me to this because I'm not a website code master by any means. But if we can do it to where if you went and basically what I'm assuming you're talking about, Sarah, is when they go in their back office and they can buy 10 positions at one time.
Right. Will they be able to upgrade theirs?
Where I'm going to have to see if we can work out the coding for that. Because if I can, what it'll be is you'll buy for your main position and it will purchase an upgrade for all of the positions that you paid for. Okay. Now, don't hold me to that because that's going to be a whole lot of work that I'm not 100% sure I can do. All right. Ishmael. I knew Ishmael was going to have questions. I knew it. Go ahead and unmute.
Well, hello.
Hello. We haven't talked in like 2 weeks.
I know. I've been busy with work. I haven't hopped on the Zoom call because when the Zoom call starts, I have a training I have to attend.
Okay.
Yeah.
We know work happens. So what can I answer for you?
Okay. So I'm a little confused.
Okay.
I'm probably going to confuse you now. So I have when I joined about 3-4 months ago. I haven't cycled, so I'm still in phase 1. So I have like 150 position or something like that. So when I have to upgrade them, do I have to buy them again? Basically,
you don't have to. You can buy like 10 if you want. You can do so many at a time if you want, but yes, let's say you wanted all 150 positions, you would have to pay for 150 positions unless I can get this coding to work, and then you can do them in bulk batches. Okay. But as of right now, and I will say probably all the way through, because I don't know if I can correctly do that and make it work the way it should, you are going to have to purchase a new position or upgrade each position. Now, make sure you don't go in your back office and buy more for phase 2. Wait until I get you guys the upgrade button. If it doesn't say upgrade, don't do it.
Well, I did. When you opened up, remember when you opened up?
No. We're talking about something totally different. We're talking about changing your cycle 1, phase 1 positions into phase 2 upgraded positions, so that when you go into phase 2,
what was it doing?
When you go into phase 2, your positions from cycle 1 disappear. So it's like they're changing. Okay.
So the whatever I purchase in phase 2, that'll be okay.
Yes.
Okay, so I just have to. And what about my kids? The same thing. I bought for
same thing.
I have to buy them, redo them.
Yep.
Okay. Man, that's gonna be a lot.
Well, like I said, you're not required to do all of them, but
so what's gonna happen
to you?
The ones I bought already.
Well, if you don't upgrade them, they will go in the global pool, and that will change your sponsor.
Okay, so I don't lose them. Basically, I still keep them.
If somebody pays it forward and picks you in, if not, they sit in the global pool until somebody does. Which, if you really think about it, isn't any worse than what they're doing right now.
Yeah, that's true.
Okay. All right. Okay. So let me get to Elizabeth, and then I can get to. I'm going to end it with Sarsha. I know Barry was next after her, but we got to get off here because I'm not spending all day on this. So Elizabeth Jane, go ahead and unmute. Go ahead, Elizabeth. Okay. Well, when we can't hear you, so I'm going to move on to Michael Foy. Man, people coming out of woodwork that never on Zoom. Well, Michael's not that guy, but go ahead and unmute, Michael.
Can you hear me?
Yep, sure can.
Yeah, I've been on the Zoom in a while. I'm busy.
I wasn't trying to call you out. I even said that you're not that guy, but now you just told on yourself.
Hey, I nothing to hide. Hey, so let me see if I understand this right. So all the people that I have, my personals, I can just pick them in when you put the button up there. But
Yeah.
I don't know exactly how many positions they have. I mean, I know my son has about 50. So
Well,
how does
if you're paying it forward, then you would have to make a deal with them that if you feel comfortable, since he's your son, if you want to do 50 of his positions, that's up to you. But if you tell him, hey, look, I'll pay it forward for 1 even or 5 or whatever, that's your choice.
Okay, so that one, he would stay with me, but the other, say, other 49, somebody else piff him in.
That's where you're going to have the issue, because if you pay it forward and then his other 49 positions fall into the global pool, that person that piffs him, it's going to be crazy, because if he's got 49 positions, 49 different people pay it forward for each position, his sponsor is going to keep changing until that last position gets picked.
I thought I made the most money.
That is crazy.
Yep. And it sucks, but we got to fix a mess that was created, we'll just say unintentionally.
Well, I don't have a problem with that, because as long as he'll be getting paid right for those positions.
Yeah,
But
he'll start cycling in phase 2. That's the whole thing. Now, guys, what you got to realize is when all these positions go into phase 2, even if we cut it in, let's just say not 131,000 positions, let's say 50,000. That is a ton of people cycling. And the momentum that will create will, for whatever sponsorship incentive you lost, you will definitely get it back and then some.
right. So like my 11 positions that I have left in phase 1, I pay for those 11. Then I already got 2 in phase 2. So then I have 13 in phase 2.
Correct. And your sponsor will stay the same.
Right. So I mean, so I'm happy. I'm probably not going to buy all 50 of his positions.
I didn't think so.
I'm gonna give him the opportunity if he wants to do it. But
yeah, I know you might.
Yeah, you're right. But yeah, that's my question.
Okay. Well, yeah, that's how to work. And like I said, I know it's going to be a crazy ride, but who knows? Maybe you play the game and you get his last position. Now you're his sponsor for all of them. It's like roulette. All right. Was that it, Mike?
That's it. I appreciate it.
All right. Thanks. Yes, it's Sarsha's time. She's been waiting patiently.
Hi, Elton. How are you? Hi, everyone.
I'm good.
I've just gone in and piffed my people under me, so they all have one up there. I piffed them in the first time, now I've piffed them in the second time. And I've upgraded myself and bought a few positions, but I've got like 10 positions on the other one.
Okay, you're doing exactly what I just said not to do. And I love you for it because you're trying to help, and I know that. Okay. But
Yeah.
please just wait until, you know, that little green line that I showed you on the website that's at the top of the page. Did you see that?
I didn't see that. I came in just that little bit
Okay.
late, I think.
Here's
Yeah,
what I want you
sorry.
to do. Keep on the website, and I think you're in the Telegram. I know you're up when we're asleep.
I'm not in the Telegram group. I don't know how to get into Telegram.
Okay. We'll get a hold of support on Monday. But
Yeah.
do you get to the fan page?
Probably, I'm not sure.
Okay.
I've
We're gonna
been
make
really
this real.
ill.
We're gonna make
Yeah.
this really, really simple. What I want you to do from now on, okay, is I want you at least once a day. I don't care if you can see my page. I want you to
Yeah.
go to this website and I want you to first look at this. See where it says repurchase balance?
Yeah.
I want you to look at that. And the day that says you can upgrade to phase 2, that's what I want you to do. Okay.
Okay.
Until then, I want you to keep an eye on the events page. Okay. That's right here.
This
because
is the
that's
new
one of the
website, isn't it? Not the
Yes.
old one.
right.
Yeah, I'm on the old one. I'll have to get the new one.
Okay. Where you're probably at is where you're talking about is back here, right?
Yes, that's where
Okay,
mine.
that's your membership area. This, the green and black, is the new main site. This is where you get all your benefits, all your education and everything. Okay.
Right.
So if you come on Monday Zoom, we're gonna go through this so you'll get familiar with it all. Okay, but I want you to keep coming
Yeah.
to this website and check the events and check this green line. If you do that, you will know
Right.
ahead of time when we're going to do everything and you won't have to be guessing.
Are you recording all these sessions that we can go in again and just watch them? Because on Monday I have a stack of carers coming in to help me on
Okay.
Monday. So
Yeah, we're not recording the questions because that means we're going to take 7 hours to render this video so I can put it on YouTube.
no,
But-
just so I can learn how to get in there. If there's one on how to get in and register and everything,
You
I'd
can
like
go
to do that.
Yeah, John is already did one. He's got a video up on how to log in, how to do everything on the website that you need to do.
And that's in YouTube. All right,
Yeah.
thank you.
All right, thank you.
So if you want, that was one thing. If you want to register your business, it's good to come on, become a member, and then you can register your business and people can see that online.
Yes, you can register your business as a member. And then we are also going to be allowing our members to advertise your business. We have something that we're putting together for you guys right now.
Thank you. And
Mhm.
it's still, you can put the churches in and everything like that.
Absolutely.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Missed you. See you later.
Yep.
All right.
All right, guys, that's the last one for tonight. Actually, you know what? I got one more. Barry, you usually don't ask. Let's see, Barry, can you unmute yourself, please?
Okay, can you hear me, Elton?
Yep.
Okay, great. Basically, you and Sarah answered my question,
Okay.
but I couldn't put my hand down. But I wanted to thank you and John, Vivian, Sarah for your time, your patience, and for providing excellent service.
Well, we appreciate that, and that's what we're here to do. So it's good to hear, and it's people like you and the others that have said similar statements that make us keep moving forward in doing this.
And I hope you all have a really good night.
You too. And hopefully we'll see you on Monday.
I will be here.
All right. Thank you, Barry.
You're
Go ahead, Carol. I know you're dying. You're over here dying to ask a question. You got to
Always speak
unmute.
French here, eh?
Okay.
Okay. It's what I want to know. I give a gift at my my daughter-in-law,
Okay.
and she doesn't know she having a gift. I make a gift for her, but to go on her, it's me. I take care of her site, and because if I change the password, you know, because it's hard to going in the back office,
Okay.
and she received the email. It's on her email, but if I do it for a surprise, can I put my email for surprise her?
So you're asking, can you use your email instead of hers so that you can make a surprise account?
Yes.
Okay. If you use an email that you didn't use before, then yes, you can do that.
Okay. Okay, because it's very different than mine.
Yes, if it's different, then yes, you can only use an email one time. That's what I'm saying. So if you have a second email, then use that, and that could be for your surprise.
Okay. Okay. Okay.
All right.
Answer it. Thank
All
you.
right. Yep.
I'm very glad to know you.
I'm glad to
All the
know
best.
you as well. And I'll have to brush up on my French. I failed French in high school. I'm just saying.
It was hard for me for in English.
I think I failed English too, but I'm not sure.
Okay,
All right,
great.
thank you, Carol.
Thanks.
Sharita, go ahead. I know I only got 2 more to go that had your hand up all night, but go ahead, Sharita.
Hey, first of all, thank you guys, but I think Sarah kind of answered it in the chat already.
Okay.
I was wondering, wouldn't this kind of run us into the same issue of being stagnant again? Because you have people who have 50, 100, thousands of positions, and if they push those through into phase 2, now we have to get all those through again. So now we're back in
Right.
the
What
same
was
boat.
what was slowing you down was the people with over 1,000, 5,000, 10,000, 22,000. Okay.
So we're
And
hoping
those,
that they don't re-piff
they
themselves.
can't because all of those are gone now.
Oh, okay. So
The only ones that are left in phase 1 are cycle 1. And yes, there are some, like you heard, Ishmael has 150, but that's about as high as they've been in cycle 1.
Okay.
So it's a huge difference. I know 150 sounds like a lot, but it's a huge difference. And make sure that you check out our charts on phase 2, because those green and orange lines, once cycle 1, phase 1 is gone, all that stays in phase 2, and it's just going to generate a huge flow of momentum.
Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. All right, Garfield, you're my last one.
Yeah, Elton, I'm not happy with what I'm hearing, but hey, you know what I'm saying? Because a lot of people here don't have the money and trying to make it. And now we got to go into our pocket again. If people have 50, 60, they got to go in their pocket 6 times that again. Is that what's going to happen the next time something's good? We're going to have to go into our pocket again?
No, there won't be a next time. That's why we fixed it, where the people who bought all those positions are no longer able to slow you down. And I know you're on almost every Zoom, so I know you've seen the charts. And basically, if you pay attention to those orange and green lines, as I said before, those are going to create the momentum. Those are going to keep people from becoming stagnant again. And unfortunately, yes, you have to go in your pocket for $6 more. But again, as I said before, it's a matter of $6 that you paid, another $6, a total of 12 for the potential of, let's just say you only made $1,200. You 100 times your money.
Yeah.
I know good and well, Garfield, and I love you to death. You're on every Zoom call, but I know if I walked up to you right now with $1,200 and told you to give me $12, and I gave you that $1,200 for $12, you would take it.
Heck yeah.
Okay. We're offering the same thing. You just got to take a little longer to get it. Then we can all sit down and back up the red stripe truck. Somebody had to say it because I knew you were going.
Oh, darn it. I was trying to stay away from darn you, man.
You're not going to live that down. That's you. That's who you are. So that's how we all know you. So, but
Yes,
yeah, we don't want anybody to take any money out. And we understand this is not what everybody wanted. But as I said, we've paid out over $1.2 million, and that doesn't include this month, in less than 4 months. So we're doing something right. And we want to keep doing it right. That's why we keep bringing things to you guys and being open.
Yeah.
I know it's a hard pill to swallow, but that's where we're at right now. All right. So Guillermo's there with his hands folded, and we are done. And I hope we've answered all your questions. Guys, please do not blow up my support people with questions for this Zoom. I'm going to give you guys this one time. If you're on Facebook and you have a question about the steps that we're taking, do not message me with chat support. I am not going to lock you up and change your password. But if you have questions about this new steps that we're taking, private message me on Facebook or private message me on Telegram. I will take a minute to get back to you, but I will get back to you. Do not blow up my support. So with that said, guys, you're already home, so stay there unless you're in the truck driving. But it's time to go. Go hang out in the waiting room, chat with each other. Bye, Una. Thanks.
Good night, everybody.
Good night, everybody.
See you, Mike. Thanks for hanging out with me at 4 a.m.